What is going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel, and today we are going to be going over the fastest and most consistent ways to get your sniper rifles gold in Black Ops Cold War. I'm going to be using the Pallington 703, better known as the R700, as the example for this entire video, seeing as it was the first one that I got gold, but the same principles do apply to the LW3 and the M82 as well, although obviously right now at least the M82 is a little bit underpowered, and so some of these are going to be much easier than others. If you are new around here and you're interested in seeing more guides like this one in the future, then be sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on those notifications, as there are plenty more videos like this one on the way. But anyway, without wasting any more time, let's get stuck right into it. So one of the biggest challenges overall with grinding for camos this year is just how long it takes to level up your weapons. This is likely going to be the largest section of the grind for most of you, especially with the snipers, since the actual camo challenges themselves are pretty easy, yet the leveling can take a while. So if you do want some tips on how to level up your guns a little bit faster, then be sure to check out my video on that, as that should help you guys out a heap when it comes to leveling up your weapons. Anyway, starting off with the sprays, these are essentially not even necessary to focus on, because to actually max out the weapon and get the final camos unlocked, you're probably going to need roughly 800 kills at the very least to get that done, and you only need about 300 kills to unlock these camos, so these will honestly just happen as you go, and early on when you're trying to level up the gun, you'll likely just get them done super fast anyway. Moving on to the stripes, these require a total of 50 headshots to unlock all 5, and similar to the previous camos, these will just kind of happen as you play, so there's not too much focus that needs to be put into them. With that being said, they can be sped up by obviously just aiming for the head whenever possible, so I would recommend trying to focus on the head when you can. In a regular gunfight, you might not have time to actually aim for the head if the enemy has spotted you, for example, but anytime that maybe you're aiming at someone and they're not looking at you, those are the times that you should aim for the head and just try and get those ones done a little bit quicker than normal. Next up, we have the classic camos, which require you to get 5 kills in a row with that weapon without dying 20 times over, and honestly, these are probably going to be the hardest to get for the snipers, since with the skill-based matchmaking in this game, it can often be pretty hard to stay alive. Depending on your skill level with a sniper, I'd actually recommend going into combined arms and trying for these bloodthirsties instead of in the regular multiplayer. As I said, it can often be pretty hard to stay alive in those smaller maps where everyone's sort of running around with an SMG or an AR, whereas in the bigger modes like combined arms, you have a lot more time to position yourself, pick enemies off from a distance, and then if you do happen to get into a bit of trouble, because the map is so big, you can often just pretty much run back to safety and try heading to the other side of the map or something like that. I'd also heavily recommend using a silencer on your sniper if you are struggling to get these ones done. I personally actually hate using silencers on my snipers, but I tried it out a few times just for the sake of testing it, and I definitely felt that I could stay alive a lot longer. If you hear a sniper shot and you can see them on the map, you always know that they're going to be a pretty easy target, so the same goes for everyone in your lobby when you're the one sniping. They'll always try and get you if they can see you on the map, but with a silencer, that will definitely solve that problem. When it comes to regular multiplayer rather than just playing combined arms, however, I'd recommend sticking to the outside of the map and sticking to as many long lines of sight as you can, and once you've got a 3 kill streak going, I definitely think it's best to just really slow down for those final 2 kills. There is nothing worse than getting a 4 kill streak and then dying, so make sure to play it slow in those situations. Moving on to the geometric camos, these just require a pretty easy 50 long shot kills with that weapon. Now, the long shot distance for these snipers is 51 meters or beyond, and a little tip for you guys is that in the combat record, when you're looking at a specific gun, it actually says that long shot distance up in the corner in case you are ever curious. Now obviously with a sniper, you're going to get a lot of long shots anyway, so this one kind of just happens. However, if you are trying to speed it up, what you can do is use the ping system, which is done using left on the D-pad, and by doing that you can now see how far away you're looking in order to figure out if it will or won't be a long shot. If you're finding this one hard in multiplayer, then again, combined arms might be a solid choice, since the maps are much bigger and therefore there's a lot more opportunities to get those long shots. Moving on, we have the Flora camos, and these ones are really self-explanatory, so there's not too much for me to touch on here. These just require 50 kills while holding your breath, and honestly, you can pretty much get these ones in your sleep. If you're a bit more of a quickscoper than a genuine sniper, then it might be a little bit harder, but if you just slow down a tad and remember to hold your breath before every shot, then you'll knock these ones off in no time at all. Next up, we have the science camos, which only require a 1-shot kill, and it just needs you to get 50 of those 1-shot kills. And again, this one is just super easy, arguably the easiest of any camo category, not just for the snipers, but probably for any weapon in the game. With snipers all being mostly a 1-shot kill to the chest and the head, obviously these will just come with playtime, and more often than not, it might only take you, say, 55 or 56 kills to actually get these, since it's pretty rare that you'll get any hit markers. Now lastly we have the Psychedelic camos, and these are still relatively easy. These require you to get 2 or more kills rapidly 25 times over. This is definitely a little bit harder with the snipers than it is with the SMGs, however, like I said, it shouldn't take you too long at all since you'll actively be trying to go for them. What I've found is that you need to play pretty aggressively with the snipers to get these double kills, getting into some popular head glitches and some sort of high traffic areas in order to try and pick off multiple people in a row. It doesn't give you much time to land that second kill after you get the first one, so once you do get a kill, it's worth pretty much sending it and trying to get that second one, even if it does result in you dying right afterwards. I would definitely recommend Dom or Hardpoint for these camos. Team Deathmatch is really bad for it since players are just all over the map, so if you can play a game that has objectives, that'll help you know where the enemies are going to be funneling, and therefore you'll know where to position yourself in order to get those double kills as often as possible. Now obviously once you unlock all of those camos, then gold will be unlocked for that weapon, and if you do want to go for diamond, then all you need to do is just repeat those same steps for the other 2 snipers in the game. That is going to do it for this one though guys. If you enjoyed the video then be sure to leave a like down below, and if you are new then consider subscribing to the channel with those notifications on. I have actually already done one of these guides for the SMGs, and I will be doing more for the ARs, launchers and pistols and stuff, so be sure to keep your eyes peeled for those ones if you are going to be grinding away at dark matter. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.